And it should be live, I think. You know, this brings me back to the days when I didn't know what I was doing, didn't know what was going on. And I'll clear the screen so there's nothing popping up on there that I notice and get distracted by. For those of you that just watched my premiere of the new studio, I'm easily distracted, as I admitted, which is barely an admission. I definitely am easily distracted. Actually, let me slide the keyboard on over here and bring this over. This is Tom chilling out in his basement now. I can stream anytime I want. You know, when I get tired, I just can go like up a few steps and back to sleep. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Oh, okay. Hello. After negative things started about the UDM Pro SE in the last broadcast, that are some positives over the past 2 weeks. Invested over $1,200 in Ubiquiti gear, need to be reassured. You know, I don't want to. It's more of a, I feel bad and rant a little bit about it because the number of people that reach out and contact us because they bought the Ubiquiti Dream Machine hoping it would do something, and now they're not sure what to do because, oh, it doesn't do the things I hoped it would do. I just try to be as realistic as possible. I don't really hate the device. You know, matter of fact, my daughter still has a UniFi Dream Machine, the cylinder one. Works great. She uses it all the time. She has no problems with the things she does. My daughter does not care about VPNs. My daughter works in the medical world. Not a concern of hers. Like, she's not wondering about this. So her and her fiance live together and they have Wi-Fi and it works all the time. So stability wise, it's actually been a good device. I thought even doing a follow-up because once you have all the caveats met that it does or doesn't do what you want it to do, as long as it does what you want it to do, then you should use it. It's not that I want to hate on the product. I just feel bad for people who get the wrong impression, making the assumption it will do more. And yes, I have more than one camera, so I can actually switch. This is back to old school. Instead of using StreamYard, I'm actually directly streaming from OBS here, and this is distracting, so we'll just put me there. There we go. A little up like this, and then we'll bring it all the way. There we go. Cool. That way people can see the comments over here. Let's see. Yeah, the new studio is coming together. I realize, and thank you. I don't take it. I see people take things very personal sometimes. I seen a comment. I just did my studio video, and I seen a comment right away that said, "Oh, the quality was so much better from the first camera than when you switched to your studio camera." And I didn't even notice that because I was just like, "Oh, let's get a recording out." Absolutely right. I had the settings wrong in OBS. Like, I don't take it personally. Like, oh no, someone's dogging on me for not having something nice. No, the opposite. Like, oh, I should fix that because I had some real problems with the way a few things were set up. So that was very helpful. It drove me right into the settings and the quality settings I had adjusted because I was having another problem when I set things up. So I think the quality settings should be taken care of now. And this camera should be good. And this camera should be good now. And I think I got everything taken care of. Plus, I like this camera too. And this, if you're wondering what I was holding, it's just a 3D printed thing that we have. Yes, the camera has a nice fast focus, so we can do all. This is the same studio camera I had before, but hopefully it's all coming good through the live stream. Also, because I'm at my house and I have a completely different internet connection, I don't usually live stream from here, so I wasn't sure how good it was going to work. So I wanted to do it here. I did one live stream from here, but man, things were still buggy. I had some problems. I had a grounding issue. For those of you that watched my last Thursday stream where the camera would cut out at random, grounding issue turned out to be the problem there. So for those of you that were guessing ground, you were right. So absolutely right on that. And because I'm at home, I'm allowed to have a drink, I think, because, I would have to normally go through and do things like drive home. Now I don't have to drive home, so I can have a little, for those of you wondering what's in the glass, I don't drink. I'm actually a very light drinker, but I do like a little sip of Jack Daniels here and there. So for those of you wondering and asking the question, what's in the glass? Oh, we got a sponsor one here. Salutations from Port Huron. Stay warm. Port Huron's not far at all from here. Actually, switch to this screen so you guys can see it too. Yeah, Port Huron, not far from here. Maybe an hour drive. So thank you very much. Very grateful for throwing money at me. It is, you know, I had some friends over and said one of them said the funniest thing. My friend and his wife came over and she paused and she's like, "Oh, I have an idea." I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Tom, can I borrow this maybe for a few hours?" I was like, "You thinking OnlyFans?" And she's like, her husband's like, "I don't know." They're like, you know, they don't know anything. They're not technology people. They don't know much about it. They just know there's money in that. So I just kind of laughed. I actually, for my other tech friends, I non-tech friends, like friends of my wife's, when they ask what this whole thing was built for, I'm like, "Oh, I'm on OnlyFans." All right. Would you consider doing a video on how to set up her UDM? Would love to know your way of setting it up. Really, there's nothing about the way my daughter's is set up that's special. Default config, set security. I do have an amusing virus.exe is her Wi-Fi name. So that's as much special setup as it has. Is her Wi-Fi is virus.exe. I think that's what it's set to. It's probably still set to that. She doesn't even have the login because she doesn't care. She's like, "Dad, make it work," and I don't care. And I have several kids, and outside of my son, who's a little bit more into tech, the rest of them don't care. They're like, "Make it work." If I never log into it, that's awesome. Like they're none of them are really taken to technology. My son just likes video games. So nonetheless. Oh, good day from Australia. Yeah, doing this late probably brings me in a different audience altogether because, you know, it is almost 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's 9 p.m. my time. So for some of you, that may be, you know, in the morning for you. So if I look a little tired, yes, I've been up since 5 a.m. Combine that with I just ate dinner a little while ago and a couple drinks in, and now I'm playing with the live stream. So there's that. That whiskey started hitting before I pressed go live. Throwing that out there, people. Can you share what changed? No, I can't go over the NinjaOne. I mean, I can talk about some of it. Like we've suggested with NinjaOne, like a more consolidated view on their backups for NinjaOne. But I actually will eventually drag them in. Maybe we'll bring some people on from NinjaOne to do some live stream stuff or something. Where there's some future plans. There's a new channel I'm launching that's going to be dedicated to business. If you notice that me and Brett aren't doing the Tuesday business stuff here, we aren't doing it anywhere at the moment. We're very close to having our new business channel launched. So once we have the new business channel launched, we will absolutely be talking a lot more of the tech business stuff, and we'll probably bring it in there. So I don't have a whole lot to say about the NinjaOne stuff. I don't know where they are on any of it. I want to wait till there's something a little more concrete than Tom throwing out ideas. But hey, nonetheless. Let's see. 3 a.m. in Germany. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it's your bedtime? This is usually my stupid time where I look at dumb things on the internet. This is where all the meme collections come from. That's why sometimes you'll see this random after 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Between 9 and 10 is like Tom looking at memes or watching a few stupid videos on YouTube. Yeah. So late night is better. Food coma. Man, I cooked a lot of... We bulk cook sometimes for the office. So I cooked a lot. I think I cooked 5 pounds of chicken in a smoker. So smoked a bunch of chicken and grilled some, and then grilled a steak with it and everything else. So it's like food coma. And then I had you wash down the steak with some Two Hearted Ale, and you move on to the whiskey, and next you know, I'm facing a food coma. So sorry if I'm a little slow on the take here. But, you know, this is part of the fun of just coming in these live streams, talking to people and everything else. Being in the basement, do you hear it when the fan walks around upstairs? No, actually, I don't. My wife is live streaming upstairs. Well, she was. I don't know. She was hanging out, not live streaming. She was just hanging out with her friends online. So directly, my office is directly below my wife's. So no, you don't hear it. That's due to all the sound deadening that went in here. So the sound deadening works that well. So there's like a muffled noise I can hear of her talking to her friend. But that's about it. So what whiskey you drinking? Yeah, Jack for, I can bring it to this camera now. Here's my bottle of Jack. I'm not a heavy drinker. I'm a very light drinker. I like a little sip before I go to bed sometimes. Not all the time, because sometimes it messes with your sleep. FBI surveillance. Man, yes. Some things in NinjaOne are disjointed. Yeah, but they're working very hard to fix it. They've got a great UI design team and a lot coming out. They just, you don't want to change everything at once. They go through iterations on it, but I've actually got to meet with some of the design people. We ended up off tangent on a Star Trek discussion, which is great. So I like their designer right away. But yeah, good things are coming from that. I'm going to be on I'm working my way to be on some of their committees to help influence things and things like that. So it's good things coming with the NinjaOne people. From Brooklyn. All right. I love New York. So New York's awesome. They have a lighthearted. I did not know they had a lighthearted. Huh. I've always went with the two-hearted ale. Two-hearted ale, 90-minute IPA. I'm a big, some of the IPA beers and stuff like that. I'm not a beer snob, though. I actually like a wide variety of them. So maybe me and Travis. Travis is actually a local here. I'm all for getting a beer somewhere. Matter of fact, the brewery in Ypsilanti is a good meeting place sometime, Travis. If you want to message me, grab a beer sometime. I don't think I've ever met you in person, Travis, but I know you've met several of my staff. So all for it. Yes. So this is what Cody's talking about right here. I love the design of no computers in the room. I don't have one handy to show you, but I put USB wall plates on here. So there's no computer in here at all. It's all in the other room. And that is a really big advantage, because one of the problems, like my friend Jay from Learn Linux TV, the computers and stuff, when he starts rendering video, he's got to kick the door open to help let some extra air come in, because it really warms up the room. And this can be a bit of a challenge. So by putting all the computers, one, there's no noise from them. So I didn't have to worry about any ambient noise coming from the computers. Two, any heat that comes from rendering videos. And right now, the studio computer is running this live stream with these different camera feeds. And, there's some heat that's going to be generated from that. All that's over there and out of my way. So if fans rev up to cool it down, not something I'm really too concerned about. So, do you have a recommendation for affordable acoustic panels? Now, I left him in the new studio video I just did. I left a link in there, and these are called Lance something or other. They're not bad. They're not going to be the really high quality ones. So the best stuff out there I found is from a company called Audimute, Audimute. They make some really high end stuff. But runner up is some of this inexpensive things. It's better than nothing. It's not going to be that really awesome sound deadening. And look at my video, those panels from IKEA, those work amazing. I mean, they're not that cheap, but the sound quality you get out of those panels from IKEA, I was shocked at how much it helped the room. The ceiling in here is expensive. This is a specifically designed high NRC ceiling to absorb all the sound. So that makes a big difference in here. It's actually, when I go out to the main area where my other basement is, I didn't spend the money on the tiles for out there. I just did it in here, but it really does keep a really low echo. So let's see. What do you think are going to be good for okay. I think you're asking, do you think NinjaOne would be for larger MSPs? Well, we got all kinds of questions all across the board here. I think so, but I don't know. I mean, once you get into I have 10,000 endpoint MSPs, there's a lot of differences out there, and you might need tighter integrations with things. I think they might be good to scale to that, but I don't have 10,000 endpoints, so I'm not the best person to answer that. We got another Michigander in here. Awesome. Yes. Did I figure out the issue with the capture card and the stream? Yes, that turned out to be, and it's specifically with this camera. So you would think, now this camera has no ground on it. When this is just a standard 2-plug, no ground camera. And for whatever reason, it plugged into one circuit and the other system, the studio ingest computer, as I call it, the AverMedia card in it, really doesn't like the differential of that computer plugged into my sound deadening's on my mind. It is a line conditioner. That's the word I was looking for. I have a line conditioner over there that feeds the rack with a UPS in it. So it's line conditioned, it has a UPS, completely, ways to keep my stuff safe. The line conditioner I have is a really old one, not worth mentioning or talking about. It's from the 90s, but line conditioner is a line conditioner, if you have a high quality one. But by putting the studio computer on the line conditioner, which gives a really clean output, and the camera not being on the line conditioner, introduced some really weird problems with it cutting in and out. So all I did was put the studio computer before the line conditioner, and the problem seems to have gone away. I also did get a nice heavy cable so the output of this goes direct with not going through the keystone jacks. So there's a series of wall plates with keystone jacks in there for HDMI and USB. That way I can feed everything in there. But this particular camera, once you start adding any type of joiners, it just doesn't like them. So I have it run direct and on the same circuit, and all the problems went away. Matter of fact, the camera, I didn't notice this, but if you looked up in the top corners in my previous live stream, there would be occasional where the saturation got too high, it would start artifacting crazy. And it's a weird problem to have, but I solved it with fixing the ground and running that heavy cable. But it only did it with the AverMedia card. The Sony camera, which is the other camera right here, this Sony camera never did it. And if I plug this Sony camera into the AverMedia card, it didn't do it. It's a weird combination. I have an Elgato card as well, and the Elgato card fed to that camera also did it. So I don't understand. Some weird issues sometimes. Let's see. Yeah, Ninja support has been good as well. So built your first server this weekend with tutorials? Awesome, and congratulations. Double two-hearted is good. I could go for some double two-hearted. Ground loop. Not a word I've heard in a long time. So for those of you that have ever wondered what among the things Tom did in a previous life, as I joke aroundly call it, I did a lot of audio engineering stuff. So we used to have ground loop isolators to isolate different pieces of equipment from each other so audio hum didn't transfer from one part to the other. Matter of fact, I did a lot of car audio and high-end car stereos back in the 90s. That was one of my electronics gigs I had. And we used to have, I always, bought a bunch of ground loop isolators, and it was the way to keep any engine noise out of the old style 90s, well, I say 90s. The cars we were building these things were in the 80s. I was doing it in the 90s. This is what you did after high school. So yeah, you had ground loop isolators to isolate it. I don't know how to do that with HDMI. Putting them all on the same seems to have solved the problem. Let's see. Nope. Okay. Yeah, someone said there's buffering, but a lot of people says there's not. It tells me of the connection. Matter of fact, let me move my face a little. From my view right here, we can zoom this in a little bit, zoom me out and zoom this in. It says excellent connection. So that's my understanding, is that the connection is quite good. YouTube tells me if there's something that's going to cause a latency problem. So, and as soon as I moved it, it actually said there was a brief pause. So. Okay, I will check my Instagram. I do not log into, I don't have Facebook on my phone or anything like that, so I don't log into it, but like I try to do it at least once a day. I log in there and look for messages. So that's one of the reasons I tell a lot more people to hit me up on Twitter. I log into Twitter, well, I have Twitter on my phone, so I'm logged into that a lot more. Any plans for unraid videos? I have zero plans for unraid videos. I've never done any, and I don't really plan to do any unraid videos. Oh yeah, there are definitely. I mean, that was definitely me. I was a Kenwood guy, not an Alpine. But don't get me wrong, I liked a lot of the Alpine. When it came to the audio stuff, I had an Alpine CD players, but then I switched over to Kenwood. Um, what was a Pile was always my go-to speaker systems. The Pile speakers were actually pretty good back then. So yeah, that's I mean, I don't remember all the audio stuff. I really towards the end I actually moved to some of the Blaupunkt amps. Blaupunkt made some of the really nice German made amps. So how can you go wrong? Hi, Tom. MSP that wants to set up monitoring for clients. Where would you recommend the Zabbix server be hosted? Probably either if you have the ability to host it at your site because you have a reliable enough server stack to put it on. If not, you'd probably want to put Zabbix in the cloud somewhere, not necessarily at the clients. Hear any news on pfSense 2.6? Not really. I'm going to reach out to Christian. They're always tight-lipped at Netgate about you can look at Redmine and see where they're going with the product. They're just tight-lipped on a release date usually, and they will decide when it's announced. They don't leak it to people like Tom. But also reach out to them and hey, cool. I mean, I'm looking forward to 2.6. So, hopefully there's some more news on that. And thank you for sending to me on Twitter as well. Not a problem. Any vinyl? Never was a vinyl person. I was a digital audio, techno bass head, like from the early days. I loved gadgetry and how music has evolved, but I was never like a vinyl purist. Got some friends that are. I have some friends that are into some really expensive, really high quality audio stuff. And hey, cool, I respect it. It's just not my thing. Did you run any fancy cables to get your peripherals out of the server room and any optical or display port? Yes, there is DisplayPort. That's what feeds the big widescreen monitor right here is run by DisplayPort. I don't have anything special. The computer is so close. It's on the other side of the wall here. So it really took nothing to get this over here. As a matter of fact, it's the same cable I had at my office. I didn't even have to buy a longer cable. I think it's just a standard 6-foot DisplayPort cable. Nothing special. Now, they don't make any keystones for the DisplayPort, so I took a 3-port because I had to put a USB in there anyways. It's actually the USB for my mouse. So I put the USB for the mouse in there, and I cut out the middle part of the thing because the DisplayPort won't fit through the keystone. So I took 2 keystone holes and merged them into one and just ran a wire through it. I didn't feel like I probably could have come up with some type of DisplayPort wall jack, but I didn't really feel like it didn't work. So a question you probably get a lot is what great gear is cheap for good home lab, splurge for used enterprise stuff, or retrofit old workstation PC? It really depends on what you can get your hands on. So, that's really what the best deal is, what you can find on Craigslist, what you can find at maybe if you're lucky enough to have a local recycler. Those are always, it comes down to what the deals are you can find. I mean, I do and if you use like Lab Gopher, you can find some great deals on eBay on used enterprise equipment. But it comes down to what can you get your hands on. And if your budget's great, awesome, buy something that works and you'll spend less time troubleshooting it. If your budget's less than great and you're really just scrounging to try and put this together, hit eBay, look on Craigslist. I mean, honestly, oddly, Facebook Marketplace. I've seen people throw some good equipment up there for sale. So a lot of it. Rockford Fosgate. They made some nice stuff for sure. The Fosgates, man, they, yes. Nice stuff. JL's great subs, yes. Alpine cassette deck. Removable faceplate. I had the full slide out Kenwood before I switched to this removable faceplate. I mean, I'm showing my age. Is it the gray hair doesn't reveal my age? The fact that I had a full pull-out radio that I used to just carry around at the mall, and wait for people to page me on my pager, gets you an idea how old I am. How many cameras are in my studio? Right now there's 3 inputs, but, well, 4 inputs and 2 cameras. So camera 1, camera 2, but also this right here is the input. Like this screen that is right here is another input, and there's still one more input in case I want to review another device and plug it in and have it output as something in there. So I have one more device I can do, but only technically 2 actual cameras. The 10G switch in my home rack is so I don't get the name wrong. Let's just log into it. Actually, let me switch cameras because I don't know whose account I'm on. Let me log in real quick. Pretty sure I'm in my account, but who knows? Oh, yeah, I got to switch it to the other account, so hold on. There we go. We can see Tom's UniFi devices now. It is the USXG6PoE. I happen to have one of these just sitting around, so to speak. It's one of the ones I use for some demos in the lab. So it's still what I'm using because it's convenient. So that's I only have 2 10 gig things, which is my computer and the TrueNAS. So there's only 2 10 gig things in here. Matter of fact, I don't even have these ports even in use right now. So with only 2 10 gig devices, this one's more than enough. It was just hanging out at the office in our lab. So we use it for testing. It's still here for testing. I debated about putting the MikroTik in here, but I like the UniFi equipment. So it's all, in here, nice and lit up. What are your thoughts on using a UniFi controller on a Raspberry Pi 4? Never used it. I don't know. I don't have anything against it. I've heard it works well, but I've never tried it, so I don't have a real opinion on it. I usually just run it in a hosted environment, so that's one of the reasons I don't have a strong opinion or strong feelings on it. Bring this back over here. There we go. vSphere or Proxmox. I go XCP and G for my home lab. But Proxmox is a good runner-up, so no problem there. Yeah, putting it in the cloud a lot easier. Let's see. Testing Clam AV, iCap, Granted Squid is limited. What is the best way to adopt for a mid-sized company? They are too cheap to go Palo Alto, but I did recommend pfSense. If you're looking for the content filtering side, there's no easy way to go cheap on that. Untangle does a pretty good job, but back to if they're looking to go cheap, I don't, because you're just going to end up with a nightmare in support. You'll spend, unless you work for free, you'll spend more in labor trying to troubleshoot and fix that type of setup than you will in spending it with a firewall that does filtering. Is content filtering what they really need? I don't know. That becomes kind of the question. How much do they need it? That gets expensive. Oh yeah, Orion. There's another one there too. So I have no idea if UniFi will ever have MLAG. Cody, you need more 10 gig. Now we have more 10 gig at the office. We have everything's connected 10. Well, not everything. Lots of things are connected 10 gig at the office, but that's at the office. Just about to 250K subs. Yes, I'm getting there. So like and subscribe. Definitely, for sure. Hopefully pfSense has more alerting monitoring email. I wouldn't expect that. I build all my monitoring and alerting in a logging system. I use Graylog specifically to build my alerts. So I don't know that there's going to be a whole lot in there. So You switch from XCP&G to Proxmox because of Mac OS VMs. Well, I never use Mac OS VMs, so I can't really speak a lot to that. 100G switches. Yes. Yes, for sure. Oh, my wife asking what I'm drinking. Oh, come on. You should know what I'm drinking. My wife's upstairs right now, so she should know already. What's my favorite drink, honey? So there shouldn't be any question there. Best way to remote access QuickBooks for a enterprise multi-office setup. No good way at all. We actually do this for some customers. We do some hosting with remote desktop on a server with QuickBooks, but QuickBooks is killing it off. It's only a matter of time before that goes away. Like QuickBooks is pushing for QuickBooks Online. I think they've already killed it in the UK, and it's just the writings on the wall. They're going to be killing that as an offering even. But if you set up a terminal server, you can load QuickBooks on there, set up the enterprise, and set up multiple users, set up their environments. It can be done. So something you definitely can do. Oh man, no. JD, honey, I do not do sweet stuff. So my wife likes that. Oh, I know. QuickBooks is just, there's nothing I like about QuickBooks. There's a reason I don't use it. So, yep. Welcome, Martin, for even though you joined late. So yes, and a new studio is at the house. So no one worry. If I have a few drinks, as long as I can make it up the stairs, I'm good. So you're using chair center thought to be a better way. There is no better way. It's garbage. It's because the product itself is just so poorly written. It's just, there's nothing I like about QuickBooks. It's just an awful product. I can sleep in the basement. If I can't make it up the stairs, I can sleep in the basement. My wife, did you want to join me in the live stream? That's another thing if my wife wanted to come down here. So what do I think of Linus's ZFS adventures? I'm glad he's finally coming around to TrueNAS. He's been dancing around it, doing things. I think the best phrase I heard to describe how Linus does things is someone called it cowboy IT. Kind of, yeehaw, we're doing this. We're just going to throw some servers together. What about, planning? What about monitoring and doing it and dedicated tech staff? Because you're a pretty big company with a lot of employees. And Linus has just kind of played it fast and loose and gotten to where he is doing it that way. So, yeah. It's one of those things. Like, I don't know. I don't have a real opinion on it. So,
I have to go get a chair.
You need a chair? Oh, well, then you got to go to this camera. See, my wife can just come down here and
bring my beer.
Yeah. So
I didn't find a chair.
Yeah.
Is there a chair down here?
I have no idea. Oh, there should be at least one that I wiped off in the other room. My wife's looking for a chair. There's only one chair in here right now, so. Spicy drinks? Sometimes. I actually have some spicy vodka. So let's see. What about backups? I don't have context for that, Kevin, but we use Ninja for backups. I don't watch Network Chuck's videos, but I'll admit I thought it was interesting that he did a PFSense video. So, and someone mentioned he did a shout out for me on that one. My son's messaging me as well, which he should know I'm doing a live stream. So,
He doesn't pay attention.
No. What about Synology versus TrueNAS for production? Both are good for production environments. So I would say either one of those is a good, solid choice for production. We use Synology in production. We use TrueNAS in production. So Okay, Marcus wants to tell me something. So, back to the Network Chuck thing. I will mention Network Chuck did do a video on PF Sense, and he gave me a shout out on it. So that's the reason I didn't watch all of it. Well, I watched part of it. I watched the part where he talked about me. Because
I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
You're shocked, right? Here, scoot maybe over this way a little bit more. If not, you're not facing the microphone.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Can you hear her? We haven't tuned the microphone for 2 people yet.
Not sure how that works.
I don't know how it works at all. It's her beanbag, so.
That is my beanbag, which, for the record, I hope you guys can hear me. Tom hated that beanbag when I bought it. He, despised it. He's like, why did you spend this kind of money on this beanbag? Which doesn't matter because it's my own money. But he hated that beanbag. So it shocks me that he has decided he is taking over this beanbag. So I do believe he should pay me the $500 I paid for that beanbag. What do y'all think? He should give me $500, right?
Nope, you can take it back. I ain't giving you that much money for it.
It was an expensive beanbag.
That's like a $500 beanbag.
It's a nice beanbag. It's microfiber and all that fun stuff.
I mean, any $500 nice.
Typical men, right?
This is a fun one. Exchange Online's garbage. So you're really asking between Office 365 and Gmail. I'm a Gmail, G Suite all the way, but we support both at my company. Half of our clients are on Office 365, the other half are on G Suite. So we actually do both. Do you like Gmail?
Use Office.
Yeah, your company uses Office.
Yeah,
right?
that's all we use is Office.
Yeah. Do you like Office or do you like G Suite? You use both.
I use both. I use G Suite personally. I use 365 for work. But so because I use it for work, I use it more often.
Yeah.
So
do you like it? Which would you like better?
If I had my choice,
yeah,
G Suite.
See?
If I had my choice.
That's why I married her.
I don't have a choice though at work. I have to use Office. So I've learned to integrate it and everything else. So
yeah.
Where is your camera?
What's that?
Well, I see that camera there.
How do you not see the camera?
Is it behind your teleprompter or
where do you think cameras go?
Well,
if you didn't put them behind the teleprompter, you wouldn't be looking at the teleprompter. You
can barely see it.
Yeah, that's the whole idea.
Oh, because every time I look up, looks like I'm looking at the ceiling. It's
Tom, do you do anything with free IPA? No, I don't. I do like a good IPA, but I don't do anything with free IPA. So I'd like American IPA. So I don't have any videos on free IPA. It's not something I use.
Speaking of IPAs, we had that whole discussion on pricing of whether something's better because it's more expensive, drink-wise. So.
Try the Dogfish Head. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you have?
Yeah. I love Dogfish Head.
He likes Dogfish Head. Yes. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just drink this because I like light beer.
Yep. Zero tier versus tail scale. I've got videos on both of them. Yeah, this is camera. That's camera.
Got it.
Yep. Zero tier versus tail scale. I have a video on both. They both have their merits. There's pros and pros for both of them. It just comes down to what interface you like. Really, they're both good systems.
IPA's barf. I have to say I kind of agree. I'm not an IPA fan. I am a wheaty beer drinker.
Yeah. Sonic Wall. I hate Sonic Walls, so Sonic Walls are junk. They sent their whole customers into boot loops the other day.
Dragon's Milk is good.
Third-party spam filters. I'm not going to make a recommendation today. We're still evaluating tools on that, so.
He's drinking lighthearted ale. You're drinking two-hearted ale.
Lighthearted ale, two-hearted ale. Sonic Wall is trash. You're going to get a bunch of people saying Sonic Wall is trash in here. Yes. Hexagons are the bestagons. Yes, they are. That's why we've got the hexagons in here. I made you watch it.
I know you did. Yeah.
I probably made you watch it twice because whatever. Tom, Unraid. What are your thoughts? I don't use Unraid, so.
Do you watch podcasts? Which is your favorite? My podcast?
No.
Yes.
No.
So I just got done doing my podcast.
No.
It was.
You can't come here.
Do you ever watch?
I don't watch yours.
Well, that's what I'm doing. Is I'm chilling after my podcast.
Oh.
which you should watch sometime because I talk a lot about you in it. I have a whole section on why we're in therapy.
Yeah. What do you think about Facebook and Instagram disappearing from EU? Nothing. It's all a big, stupid show. I haven't read the details of it. I've watched the headlines scroll by. I don't care enough to click on them, even read why, because I don't think it'll actually happen. So yeah, nothing I really spend a lot of time thinking about. Did you happen to fix that glitch with the camera? Yes, that was fixed. That turned out to be some type of grounding issue. I talked about that a little bit earlier in the live stream here. Tailscale has better interface. Yocho has better multi-tenant, multi-location aspects. Tailscale better set up for Synology. Okay, these are all fair assessments, Center. And I've actually not tried Tailscale on Synology, so yeah. Hey, Tom, nice studio, and thank you very much, Jan. That's awesome. Thank you for the compliment on that. It's been a lot of work putting all this together. Do you have any experience with 48 firewalls? I have a rant on my YouTube channel about 48 firewalls. Now, they've improved a lot since I've ranted, but I ranted because they had some egregiously bad problems, and they were all security related. They just did some really crappy things when it came to security. So, if you had to pick a small, medium production XCPNG cluster, what network storage would you use? TrueNAS all the way. The problem with Facebook is huge small business advertisement, especially for service-based companies. It's not really a problem. They are one of I spend in 2020, what I should say, not me, because I don't buy any Facebook ads, but what people spend in Facebook ads in 2022 is less than I used to spend in physical paper ads when I started my business 7 or 18 years ago. Facebook is actually drove ad prices cheaper and better. So you can dislike them for their absolutely egregious privacy policies and terrible behavior, but from a advertising standpoint, from a business owner, they are cheaper than advertising ever was, with a better return on investment. So, it's one of those things. So, recommendations for open source free SIM. Wazoo's not a SIM, but Security Onion is. Look up Security Onion. It's the hands down the best SIM tool out there that's open source. It's good even for not being open source. I don't care much for Teleport as a Bastion server because I played around with it. I think there's a way to do it agentless, but it's really designed to have agents loaded, and that doesn't really work for me to have a bunch of agents loaded out there. So I didn't care for it much. Teleport looks cool, but I think it's great for enterprise environments where you want to track a lot of things. It's less great for the way I want to use things. Have you had any experience with Synology, NAS, and 10 gig? Yes, I did. I think I did some videos on there. Did you add a top-down camera to the studio? I don't recall seeing one in a video. This camera doubles as my top-down camera, so absolutely. So, what if you take over another customer from MSP? If they have Meraki similar device license to left, what do you do? Keep them on or get rid of it? We keep them on and let it expire. I mean, it's going to expire, and we put them on a transition plan. Why waste their money unless we have to get off of it because there's a problem?
What are our cameras?
What's that?
The 4K camera question for surveillance. What are our cameras?
What are your go-to 4K surveillance cams these
do we
days?
have 4K?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
We can pull them up. Who wants to see outside of Tom's house?
Who wants to see our backyard? It's really exciting.
Who wants to look at the backyard? I'll pull it up in a second here because I don't remember the name of the camera. Since you moved in, what are your pros and cons over Enable? I did a video where I talked about that. There's not any real dramatic differences, but I did talk about the updated interface and things like that. Look at my NinjaOne video and you'll see the difference in there. Give a rough percentage of how often you apply pfSense. pfSense is about 90% of our firewalls. So, yes. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of craziness going on with Australia and Facebook as well. You're not wrong. I think it's great to have a studio at home. Would you ever do a regular show talking about stuff, something you do? A regular show talking about stuff. I do talk about stuff on Thursdays. I guess I'm talking about stuff now, so I'll need some clarification on talking about stuff. I think maybe it's stuff we could talk about.
We could talk about stuff.
We could talk about
We
stuff.
talk about stuff.
We argue about stuff too.
Well, you argue.
Yeah. This is the next video I'm working on as well.
What?
It's going to be surveillance station.
How many cameras is too many cameras to have in your home? Did you ever tell him about the camera in our bedroom?
No,
Oh.
that's a different topic.
Well, no, it doesn't work. We disconnected it, but it was just a weird thing to have when we moved in.
Yeah.
So.
Sure. Let's go to the cameras so I can get the model number here.
And if you look, there's no camera for our bedroom, but
Yeah. Amcrest has been my good go-to camera. This is specifically the one I have. It's an IP8T2699EW-AI. This is why I'm doing another video, because a lot of people ask me about all the cameras. We really like a lot of the Amcrest cameras. They work really, really well. And this is the new Synology surveillance station beta, and I've been testing it. There's
our front porch.
look, I salted, honey.
Did you?
I assaulted.
Good. I have more
assaulted
Amazon
our-
packages coming tomorrow.
Yeah. There's a lot
Can
of
we
ice
see our
back
mat? I know we have like quite the ice dam at our front porch.
there. Or our mat. It says home.
Yeah, our Michigan mat.
She picked that out. She's Michigan.
I like Michigan stuff. And then our truck and our Tesla,
And a Tesla.
which I backed into empty groceries out.
Yep. Oops. I didn't mean to zoom that in. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out.
What are you afraid people are going to see?
Nothing. I just like it zoomed
Oh.
out so I can see everything. I'm
I was
actually
going to
it's
say, you
adjusting the
see
camera.
bikes, grills,
Yeah. All the stuff in here.
motorcycles,
But
and then our backyard.
yeah.
That's our shed, but our neighbor's house.
Yep. You can see all the bunnies and hopping.
We have
and
lots of
squirrels.
bunnies and lots of squirrels.
Bunnies and squirrels in my backyard. And snow.
Pure Michigan.
Do you guys like you? We love Upers. You like the UP, right?
Yes, although they call us trolls.
We're trolls because we're below the bridge.
Yes. They got good pasties.
Yes, Synology Saving Station Beta, for sure. Any recommendations for an NVR? I'm a big fan of the Synology NVR. That's what you're looking at when I went there. So,
Mandalorian. So, speaking of Mandalorian, have you watched the new Boba Fett? I haven't watched the new Boba Fett. I watched Mandalorian, loved it. Tom did not watch it. He had nothing to do with it. But I can't wait to start the new Boba Fett. I heard that's even better than Mandalorian. I may be wrong. I don't know.
I want to watch Boba Fett. I wasn't a Baby Yoda fan. Sorry. I watched a couple episodes and I said, this isn't for me.
Oh my gosh. See? So wrong.
So the question about the 4K cameras, though, let's just get that out of the way. Let's go back over to the driveway. Play something from when I was out there goofing off or something.
When you were grilling?
I was grilling, so you can watch me grill in 4K. Watch Tom come out here and
Grill us a steak. Well, you grilled chicken for work for your employees.
Yep.
And you grilled us a steak that I bought us. Which, by the way, the steak was phenomenal.
Really good steak. There you go.
Why am I hearing noises upstairs?
You're not. You're hearing this. There's where my wife left, backed the car out.
Yep. To go get groceries. To go get her steak.
There's me checking on the steak. Or checking on the chicken. So
Yeah, because I didn't bring the steak home yet. Oh, and then you see me get out and check the mail, huh?
So for those of you wondering what the quality looks like on this camera, it's not bad.
There was a lot of chicken because you were still grilling it when I came home. And I was quite a while at the store. It was like 30 minutes.
You can see, you can almost see like what the grill temperature is. So we're going to say that the cameras are decently, it's a 4K camera.
Okay,
So
there's me running over.
did the car slide down when you did that? Is that what was happening?
Yeah, it was icy. Our whole driveway is just an ice dam.
Yes, let's jump backwards. Did the car actually slide on you?
I don't know if it slid.
Oh.
It slid, but I know. I was afraid I was going to go sliding.
Yeah.
That's me like almost waddling trying to get through the ice and the snow. So
Yeah, I'm going to do a video on the Synology surveillance station, though. It's she finds it easy to use, so.
Boba Fett is good. Okay, good to know.
No spoilers. Yeah, no spoilers here. What else we got? Need to switch limit, upload, download is like 20 meg, 5 meg, we can rank. You can do rate limiting on UniFi switches as well. Travis is a big Synology user. He's got a lot of Synology stuff, so trust what Travis says there. John Powers, thank you very much for a donation. Much appreciated.
You need it.
Have you seen the Patchbox cable management? That's a thing that's been around for a while. I don't understand that as a solution. I seen Chris from Crosstalk did a video on it. I don't get it. I didn't watch his video on it. I just seen the product and going, why? Why? So, deep dive into Graylog seems not easily support Windows servers. That's because Windows logging is garbage. It's not Graylog's fault. So, there's no good way for logging in Graylog.
Have you told them about your new snowblower? You got an electric one?
I have an electric snowblower, but I don't think anyone cares about that.
Well,
so.
no, somebody commented on right there.
Tom needs that IoT connected. Oh yeah, I seen that. Someone had a whole robot one that does the driveway for you.
Well, I have seen the I have not seen the snowblower, but I've seen the lawnmower. But as for a snowblower, Tom does actually enjoy snowblowing.
I think I enjoy snowblowing
A lot. I don't understand, but it's
yeah.
weird.
You
think snowblow and then you go out there with the leaf blower and blow it even more. It's just weird.
That's true too. These things are both true. I was gonna see if I have a video of me snowblowing. I don't remember what day I did it.
The day it snowed?
Yeah, that's all I know.
Friday?
There's me coming in snow.
Mm-hmm.
There's gotta be one of them.
I'm sure your viewers don't want to watch you.
No one really wants to watch me blow snow.
So
yeah.
Go back to questions.
Go back to questions. All right.
Rein it in. Rein it in.
The snow struggle. Oh, did I talk about my snowboard on the live stream? That's cool. Let's see.
Tom likes to blow.
Hey, I mean, whether you're blowing snow or using a leaf blower, so yeah, we'll go with that.
I don't think that's what they meant, but we'll go with that.
Oh, we'll go with that. Sure. What year Ram? Is our truck a 20? What year is our truck?
2018.
2018. 2018 Ram truck.
Yep, because I sold my Jeep. And we got the truck instead.
Hey, thank you very much. Appreciate the work. Much appreciated the donation, though. Awesome.
Somebody said play it at Carmen. We need to go there. I'm trying to get Tom to get a passport so we can leave the country.
No.
Yes.
If I don't have a passport, I don't have to leave the country.
We should. Frank else agrees snowblowing is therapy for him too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Patchbox is expensive, and I don't understand it. Like as a product, going, why? Why does that exist? It's expensive. I don't know. Yes.
Come up to Canada.
I
Actually, we can't go anywhere near Canada right now with the trucker strike. Just saying.
Yeah, can't get away from that.
Can't even come close to Canada at this point. But maybe we will next year.
Yeah.
I love Toronto. I've been there several times.
Free open source self-hosted password manager, hands down, Bitwarden is the best one out there. Runner-up is going to be KeyPass for individuals that just want something really simple, but overall, Bitwarden's awesome. Come to Canada, get some talks on security.
I'm going to do scuba diving with Matt there. He says let's do scuba diving. I'm all for that because it's warm.
Cody, how far are you from, because I know it's in that general area, I think, I could be wrong, to the Letterkenny, where they film Letterkenny. And being from Canada, and any of the Canadians on here, are you Letterkenny fans?
Have you ever talked about Letterkenny with them? Oh, it's hilarious. Love Letterkenny.
Yeah.
I like Canada, though, too.
So, I guess any Letterkenny fans, that's what we really need to know.
But what we really need to do is go someplace warm and tropical. Oh, he doesn't watch it.
So
Well, you got to watch it. It's on Hulu.
45 Drives is also from Canada. And they love Letterkenny there too. So the Letterkenny jokes going back and forth when I've been on calls, because we're a 45 Drives reseller. I've worked with them on some of the products. I've done reviews of their stuff. Then absolutely, yeah, they're Letterkenny fans as well. So
Yeah, pitter patter. Let's get at her.
Yep. Let's see.
How you now? Good, and you?
Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's why 45 Drives does sponsorships with LTT. Yeah. Are you calling a video to test you and a wifey on one? Sure. She just wanted to be on here.
Oh, yeah, I was just done with my podcast, so Tom, I was messing with him, so he's a
Trailer Park Boys. We'll go with that one, too. I made her watch the Trailer Park Boys movie. What'd you think?
I liked it.
Okay. You started out with, you're making me watch the dumbest thing ever.
Which is not unusual, because you always make me watch the dumbest things ever.
Oh, Doug and Bob McKenzie. What's that from?
Strange Brew.
Good.
Are you kidding me?
I was making sure.
Take off, eh? You hoser?
Yeah, hoser. Is this in lieu of your Thursday live stream? This is just the fact that I'm at home now and I can press.
He was bored.
I just got to press this little button right here and I go live. And the next thing you know, I'm here talking. And because I'm home already, no one's going to ask me, when are you coming home? Right. So now she doesn't say when you're coming home. Maybe she'll say when I'm coming upstairs.
No, usually I don't.
Yeah.
Usually I'm like, I'm going to bed. Don't wake me up. And then you wake me up when you come to bed. Why you have to wake me up every time?
Come to the 45 Drives HQ. Yes. I love 45 Drives. All those people there are awesome. Another trailer park shot. Yes.
Cheers.
Look, it's not Rocket Appliance. Yeah, 45 Drives, Canadian folks over there. They're yes, and very cool people. It's really, there's a weird mix because Backblaze is not a Canadian company, but the engineering team that makes up most of 45 Drives is Canadian. And the manufacturing is actually done in the US. So they're engineered in Canada, manufactured in the US, and then they're part of, related to Backblaze, which is also a US company. So
Tom's like, press button, talk, get money. How do I do that?
you got to do it a lot. You got to say some interesting things occasionally so people listen to you. Is there any way to redirect someone from an intraweb? For example, every time someone goes to bing.com, they get turned to your local web. Thank you for the donation. And yes, if you have full SSL inspection, you've installed the certificate on each workstation, and you have a proxy or firewall capable of doing this, there is a way to do it. But you have to have those things in place, either a third-party tool loaded on each computer, a certificate loaded, and a firewall with the capability of do that. There's not any easy way to do it because of the way security works. To, like in the old days, you could just send redirects and rewrite stuff. Now, because of the way everything's encrypted from the workstation to the website, you have to do essentially man in the middle and have some type of tool for doing that. So,
Kevin, get your ass home. Quit making your wife ask you.
I feel the lack of background ambient music.
Oh, God. Don't get him going. So he plays this repetitive music
All the time.
And I'm right upstairs. My office is right above his.
And sometimes the bass gets a little loud.
It'll just, well, it's not even loud. It's not that it's loud. It's just so repetitive. It's just the same boom, 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 constantly. It's a little annoying, dear.
Yeah.
You need to switch it up. You need something more than just that constant, like, you like those, what is that called? Repetitive?
I like techno. No sound, no lyrics.
You do that one weird thing.
Yeah. So, which one weird thing?
Where it's almost like white noise. I don't know what to call it. It's just like that constant repetitive beat. Taylor Swift. No, it's not Taylor Swift.
Yeah. No,
I would prefer Taylor Swift over what he listens to.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
drum and bass. Yeah.
Some drum and bass beats. lo-fi, tempo, techno stuff, repetitive stuff, no lyrics. If I hear lyrics, I type them.
What was that from? The Boots and Cats and Boots and Cats and Boots and Cats.
And Boots
What
and
was
Cats
that
and
from?
Boots and Cats and Boots and Cats.
I know that, but I don't remember what it's from.
Yeah.
Dubstep, yeah, something similar to dubstep.
Boots and Cats.
I like dubstep though, but I like it switched up. Like if it's going to be,
Dead Mouse. I like Dead Mouse.
Yes,
Another
yes.
comedian. Now,
Skrillex.
Dead Mouse got his start right here. Birthplace of techno, Detroit. For those of you that don't know.
I like Skrillex, but everyone says that I say that wrong. How Marcus, your son, Marcus, my stepson, constantly corrects me on how I say Skrillex. So
Yeah.
I cannot remember how I say it wrong, but I say it wrong.
So, we need to get Tom on TikTok. The problem I have with TikTok is I talk way too much. How am I supposed to condense anything into that short time limit? Do I do anything short? Yeah. So, yeah.
Tom and Cat and Tom and Cat. I like that.
Tom and Cat, Tom and Cat, Tom and Cat, Tom and Cat. Let's get some repetition going.
I actually go by Cass, Kass, but I go by Cat as well. So I'll answer to either. Just don't call me Kathy.
I saw your Tesla driving on the island. It was cool, so I told my girlfriend I watch you.
Dead Mouse fan?
Yeah. Tom Talk. We can go. It's got to be the longer link.
No,
Tom Talk.
No.
Yes.
No. You're not cool enough for TikTok. Sorry. Oh, have you ever seen the Thirst Talks? I can show you what you need to look like if you're going to do a good one.
No, it's not about. It's about content. You don't have to be good looking.
Well, there's this one guy though. He is funny, and he always talks about why his wife is mad at him.
Well, what do you use for editing your videos? I'm still using Caden Live. Soon, I will probably be switching to DaVinci Resolve. My son, I can't believe, doesn't know I'm doing a live stream.
The funniest thing about me calling Tom a boomer is the fact that I'm older than he is. So.
Yeah, my wife's older than me. Mm-hmm. I'm not a boomer, though.
Which means
Wrong
you
age
need to
rate.
respect your elder.
Respect my elders. No, negative on that. Yeah. If someone wants to try to figure out how to make me into 30 seconds videos, I'd hire them to do it. I don't know. I may at some point hire someone to just go and make more content. There's only one of me. I do all this by myself. I'm my editor, producer, and everything. So I'm all for at some point hiring more people to do this because there's a lot to do. Yeah, Jay just started using DaVinci Resolve, so I may go hang out with Jay to do some learning on it. So yeah. Jay's been switched to it slowly but surely. Here's a TikTok video PowerShell commands. Yeah, there's a lot of cringy stuff. If you go to Reddit Master Hacker, you can laugh and cringe at all the stupid TikTok videos that end up on there for people claiming they're hacking things on TikTok. I can't help it. I always shake.
Stop. Fish sticks.
Yep. Mostly R7D. What's our R&D videos? Research and development? Sure. What do you recommend for internal DNS server home lab? pfSense. Love your content. Great work. Thank you very much. I much appreciate that. Bodmitri. The free training on Blackmagic is great, and it's free with test projects. So that's cool. Yeah, the Blackmagic stuff's pretty neat that they have on there. I like I said, I'm excited to switch to it. I need a better video card. This computer has such a bad video card, it won't run DaVinci Resolve. So I'm going to put another video card in it.
I thought you said you already did that.
No, I didn't do it yet. It's on my project list.
I thought you were giving Steve this one.
No, Steve wants the card out of the other computer, and then he has another card that's going to go in this computer that's going to drive all of it. So, yeah. What do you recommend for DDNS? I don't use DDNS, so I don't have a particular recommendation.
Good luck finding one. I think he's talking about your graphics card, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're just going to pay an absurdly stupid amount of money for a graphics card. There's no doubt. DaVinci says my video card won't work. I've tried. So there's definitely issues there.
Yeah.
It does need the video card. Someone suggested Dyne DNS. I haven't used Dynamic DNS in a long time, so I don't know which ones are good or which ones aren't good. Slinky, thank you, Slinky1284. Be specific, thank you very much for the $5 donation. It's greatly appreciated. This is gonna buy me a bottle of scotch for the next one. What microphone am I using?
$5 bottle of scotch?
No. The total
Oh,
here.
the total, yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
I'm going to buy a bottle of scotch with the live stream.
Oh, well, why don't you take me out to dinner instead?
No, because I'd rather buy a bottle of scotch. You got to get up to like $70 for a good bottle of scotch. I probably should. I'm going to stop pouring alcohol in here.
Why?
Because I've had enough alcohol. I know when to quit.
What scotch is your favorite, Tom?
I have no idea. The one that I have now, and I can't remember the name of it at all. I'm going to take a picture of it and bring it to this place and go, I want more of this one.
So my favorite bottle of wine is Stag's Leap, which is $50 a bottle. So you can buy me a bottle of wine almost. You can buy me a bottle of Gerard. That's $30.
Yeah. The microphone, back to that
I
question.
love how you totally ignore me.
Yeah. Well, wine.
You were drinking it the other night with me. And
It's
my sisters.
okay.
It was good.
You told me how expensive it was, and I was like, that's stupid. I can buy better and more alcohol content for less money.
No.
Let me answer real tech questions here real quick.
Oh my
What microphones are you in studio? If you look at my last studio video, there's a specific kit link for it, but it's a Sennheiser. I think it's a 600, but it is in my studio kit link on the last video I just posted for the studio tour. So, hard cider. What are your favorite
I like hard ciders.
comfort foods? Comfort food. What's a comfort food for me?
Comfort food for you?
Yeah.
Cheese and crackers.
Beans.
No, beans is not a comfort food, especially for me. No, you like your favorite thing to go to is like cheese and crackers and pretzels. Those are your favorite.
I love pretzels.
Those are your like.
I eat an absurd amount of pretzels.
No, most people comfort foods are like chips, pasta, things like that. Yours is definitely pretzels and cheese and crackers.
Do you do any special advertising marketing for your business? Right now, most of the B2B stuff, the B2B stuff is mostly facilitated through, going to business events and things like that. When I had a retail store, we definitely leveraged Facebook a lot. But right now, YouTube is our primary inbound lead generation system. So that's been, since 2019, the only thing we spend time on and effort on digitally marketing is going to be YouTube. Everything else is just going to events and things like that. So
Hello from Ireland. Is it as gorgeous there as the pictures show?
Yeah, Ireland's awesome.
Then take me there. Get your passport. Malbec. I like a good Malbec. Definitely. I'm a Cab Sav to go to. I like my Cabernet Sauvignon, but I like a good Malbec here and there. I also like a good Pinot Noir.
Yeah. Get a little tired.
You falling asleep on me?
No, I'm not falling asleep. You like TP-Link over Ubiquiti. I did a review of the two of them. I'm way more a fan of Ubiquiti over TP-Link. TP-Link's not bad, but yeah.
We're making him hungry. It's the pretzels, isn't it? Everyone loves pretzels. That's one of those things that I don't know anybody who just was like, oh, I hate pretzels.
Man, and we got to order another bag of them, or the big thing of them, because I miss those pretzels. Those are my favorite ones.
The what? Oh, the big jug? They quit carrying them on Amazon.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, that's why I haven't ordered you any. I used to order you 3 at a time.
You're in luck.
The big jugs.
We're going to Ann Arbor this weekend because we're going to go buy a bunch of pretzels.
We'll stop at Worldmark because I need more dishes anyways. Yeah. My sets. I need more for my dish set.
Can you site to site from a UDMP with an edge router X and only use
Noir.
2 of the 5 interfaces for the site to site? I've never tried. I haven't touched an edge router in a while, so I don't know of how well the edge router and UDMP site to site with each other. I'm really not sure. Probably you can get it to work with IPsec, but I don't know for sure. Oh, this is an easy one.
Well, Tom handles it better only because I have stomach issues, and I take my ulcer medication. But I can handle spice a lot more than any of my friends, but I can't handle Tom's level.
Yeah, I eat Reaper peppers.
There's like a certain level you hit. Like Tom's up here, normal people are here, I'm right in the middle.
Yeah. Ubiquiti is terrible for site to site. I will second that. We do consulting on it. People pay us money to get them working. I'm not the one who does it. I have a couple network engineers working for me that do it. It's always harder than it is in other systems. I'm about to do a site to site video on WireGuard with pfSense because it's just better. It's a better setup. But yeah, everything with the Ubiquiti stuff for firewalls is just a headache. New Zealand. All right. Back at you from Scotland. Wow. Cody knows too. Ubiquiti site to site's not the greatest. Any recommendations for a great sysadmin dev laptop these days? If you're running Linux, the System 76 stuff is cool. I've looked at some of the reviews, but not put my hands on one of the framework laptops. They look pretty cool, but I don't think a lot about it, so.
Hello from the United States. Hello.
Hey, from the United States. That's where
France.
I'm from. I'm from the United States too.
France.
France, all right.
Oui.
Yes, I have a video
Bonjour.
on the TP Link versus UniFi, and if they're a good, UniFi alternative. So, and someone asked a lot about Netgear. Netgear's okay. They're not as nice as the Ubiquiti stuff. Ferndale's awesome.
Fabulous Ferndale.
Yes. Ooh, hello from Cyprus, if you know that is a small island. Yes, actually, I know where Cyprus is.
Vancouver, Portland.
Yeah, let's see, Vancouver, Portland.
I just like the Slinky. I like that name. The Slinky.
16, 10 gig, but possibly 40 gig.
Did you have a Slinky?
Yeah, I have a Slinky.
Okay.
UniFi makes some of the ports like that. I don't think UniFi has any 40 gig ones. I think at 40 gig, you kind of got to jump over to either the Cisco's, and if you're budget minded and you want to deal with the weird interface, you can do MikroTik. Kuwait. Ooh. Saskatchewan. I just like saying that word. Saskatchewan.
It is fun.
Yeah, Ubiquiti for switching and multi-tenant Wi-Fi just works so well.
Greensville, South Carolina, Ottawa.
Yep. A few Aussies, North Quebec.
Middle of the truckers up here, yeah.
Sorry about that.
Aussies.
Much experience using Cradlepoint? No, not much on the Cradlepoint stuff.
North of Quebec, you're up in the Great White North, eh?
Yeah. Lenovo Carbon X1. Carbon X1s are nice. So.
Lawrence from London. I would love to go to London. That's another one on my...
Yeah.
New Zealand. That's another one on my bucket list. See, you need to get a passport so we can go to these places.
They had a leaf switch. No clue what happened to it. Yeah, we know what happened to it. It didn't make it.
Winnipeg, New Zealand.
All right. Big up from Jamaica. Nice.
Poland. Hey.
Poland.
I'm Polish. Partially Polish.
Yes. My wife is Polish. My grandfather was Czechoslovakian, but spoke Polish because they lived on the Polish border. So.
Oh, my ancestors were Polish and Italian.
Korea.
New Jersey, Denver, Bermuda. Nice.
Anyone else from Detroit? Well, I seen someone from Grosse Ile here, and if you're from Grosse Ile, you're close enough. That's down the street from me. That's a little island town.
Across the bridge.
Across the bridge.
Vancouver, Oklahoma. Is that your safe word?
Oklahoma is okay. Not great.
Columbus.
But okay.
Ohio. Boston. We were just in Boston last year. Great city to go visit. St. Paul.
So many cool places.
Belgium. That's another place I want to go.
Boston. We were just in Boston. Boston's really cool.
That's what I just said. Where were you like 3 seconds ago?
I was 3 seconds behind. It was a delay.
Phoenix. Now, Tom and I were talking about going to Phoenix. For anyone in that area, we wanted to do some of those four-wheeling adventures that they have down there. So if you have any like good suggestions, please let us know, because we want to go do those really cool off-roading four-wheelers. Because I went to Phoenix to visit a friend not that long ago, a few years ago. Tom's never been. So I would love to take him down there and go scorpion hunting, things like that, because they glow in the dark. That was fun.
I have no idea where White Pigeon, Michigan is.
New Orleans, that's another one I would like to go to. Florida, I'm going to Florida in 2 weeks.
Huh.
For my birthday.
So that's where
with my sisters, not with Tom.
White Pigeon. I never knew. I just pulled it up on a map. I was curious.
So is it near Hillsdale?
I don't know. No, Hillsdale's up here somewhere.
No, it's not. That's Kalamazoo.
Hillsdale's down there?
Nope. To the right. To the right. Right around there. That's where Hillsdale's going to be.
So we say...
You need to work on your Michigan map.
I don't know where Michigan is.
He has memory lag. Yes, he does have memory lag. No, what he has is not listening to my wife lag.
Hillsdale, it's relatively close.
Yeah, I told you. It's like to the right is exactly what I said.
Yeah.
Again, doesn't listen. Scorpion hunting, flamethrower. No, if you get a black light, scorpions actually glow in the dark under a black light. It's really, really cool. That's what I did when I went down to Arizona.
Yeah. The SG-1100 is still a good system. I don't know if they're coming out of
Selective hearing. That is you 100% of the way.
What HA automations? So far, I can turn the cameras on and off and all the lights on and off.
What are your astrological signs? I'm a Pisces. What are you?
I have no idea.
Are you a Scorpion or a Sagittarius?
Sagittarius.
He's a Sagittarius.
I shoot arrows. That's all I know.
All right. He's a Sagittarius. I'm a Pisces. Tells you how much we pay attention to that. I know what I am.
Someone says you're talking.
I think your wife is... You're an asshole.
Someone says you were saying something. I don't know what you're saying, though.
Oh, you got one of the flamethrowers for the driveway? Those are so cool. I watched people on YouTube doing that. Or not YouTube, sorry, TikToks. I actually have a TikTok where they clear off their driveways with that.
Any experience with Synology HA? Yes, I did. I've done one, maybe two, at least one video on Synology HA, maybe two of them. Michigan, giving the rest of the world high fives. This is how you tell people where you're at. Just hold your hand up. We don't do a ton of government work. We do some school districts as close as we get to doing government work. I take that back. We do some cities. I guess that is government work, but we don't bid on like government contracts specifically. Alexa or Google Assistant, neither. I don't use either one of those. So no Google thing.
You're both funny. Actually, I'm the funny one.
She says
You're the asshole. What do you think about providing compliance services?
Yeah, there's a market for that. I mean, there's people who specialize in compliance. It's not me. I hate the bureaucracy of it. And compliance doesn't equal security. Compliance is what makes bureaucrats happy. It doesn't necessarily mean there's any security. Is there a need for it? Yes, because companies have to do it. It's not my niche. So, but it's out there. It exists. The
other day, my wife said to me, "Are you listening to me?" I thought that was a strange way to start a conversation. Yep. Yeah, you and Tom both.
Yep.
Although Tom does that to me. He starts a conversation mid-conversation. He'll be like, and it just didn't work that well. And I'm like, what are you even talking about? And he expects me to know exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah. I got a city support too much politics around here. That's actually one of the reasons we avoid it. One of the big problems of the city is the fact that when there's an election cycle, if the people that brought you in don't get reelected, you may not get to stay. They will figure a way to put you somewhere else. So yeah, that's the thing.
What you got over there?
Water.
Oh.
Always got to drink plenty of water. Let's see. My wife says her street dreams only. I don't listen, and some other things.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So something like that. Well, it is 10:05. So, yes, I will wind this down now. We'll give you 5 more minutes of questions for anyone.
Well, what's up, man? You know what it feels like living with Tom, because he does that to me.
What? Recommend for endpoint Windows laptop for management. We mentioned the Carbon Lenovo's are nice. I haven't really tested a framework, but they look pretty cool, the framework laptops. So, do you guys have a niche vertical we support? No, we're actually really broad on that. We have a lot of transportation companies that are some of our larger clients because I have a background in doing IT for transportation, but like our contract IT specifically is 53 companies I think there's 53 or 54 companies broadly ranging. There's a handful of them that are transportation, but we've got law offices, medical offices. It's all over the place. And in our broader support, like what you may call break, fix, or consulting, we got all kinds of companies some of them are really interesting too. They're industries that I don't know much about at all. And it's been fascinating working with them to learn about them. I mean, we've got civil engineering companies. We've got, we have a food planning, maybe that's what I want to call it. You have certainly eaten at these restaurants as much as I can say, as I can't say the name of the client, but you've worked at restaurants they've serviced, and they do food planning for menus at scale. It's really interesting. It's one of those, it's not a company that has a name that anyone's familiar with, but we help them build their new data center.
Right. Hi, Alexis. We will see you. I think Super Bowl Sunday we'll see you.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see you then.
Oh, okay, cool. Alexis.
No, and I'm still trying to get Tom to get that image over to his employees to print that.
We will 3D
thing.
Print the thing for you, Alexis.
Yes. Tom's employees will do that for you.
Yeah.
So.
We'll get that done. Let's see.
Didn't forget. Love the new studio. We put a lot of work into the studio.
How functional is TPM2 in virtualization? I've never really played with it, so I don't have an answer for that for TPM2. I am the same way. My marketing person always says I need to niche down. No, Kevin, it's not. The secret is not in niching down your business. It's niching down your marketing. If you niche market, way better, way more effective to focus on a specific vertical for marketing because it makes it's just a lot better. Hey, look at this.
Jessica.
My cousin, for those you don't know.
Hi, Jessica.
Cool. And my cousin's also a night owl, so Gone to the Snow Dogs, awesome family channel. So my cousin runs that. So I do have a famous cousin that's a YouTuber. She's been a wealth of insight onto a lot of YouTube things.
Oh, and she got a new puppy.
And she's got a new puppy.
They have the Huskies, and they have had 2 of them, Kira and Memphis, and they just got a new one, and he is just the most beautiful little pup.
Yeah,
so.
the dog is really, really cute. So we need to make...
the, what's that called when he has 2 different color eyes? Homo...
I don't know.
Home something.
But yes, we will we will definitely have to come and visit up north and to my cousin lives in Michigan as well, just in the far northern beautiful area of Michigan, and we'll have to make a road trip up there just to go see a puppy. So and it's worth it. It's worth that long drive to go see a puppy.
It's not that long. It's only like 4 hours.
Yeah, it's only 4 hours. But we'll drive 4 hours to see the puppy. Mm-hmm. So heterochromia.
Okay, I was close.
Yes.
Homo hetero. I had the opposite, actually, but that's okay. We all knew what I meant.
Yep. Yeah, see, now you get it, Kevin. You niche the marketing down because it also makes the marketing people's jobs easier because then they can focus on a specific vertical, whether it's dental offices, law offices, or any particular vertical that maybe you have a competency in and can speak to. That's great for your marketing. And then you can cast the broader net for the type of clients you have. So, no need to drop those clients that you know how to service if they're in a different vertical. But for the marketing, it's easier to target that because then you can think about going to industry events as a tech in those particular vertical markets. Any brand preferences for UPS? I actually have a few APCs I bought. I want to review them. I've been using them for a while because I don't want to review things unless I've put some time into them. We've used a few different ones, but none of them we've had problems with. CyberPower have worked well. APC has worked well. The begins with an E. Eaton works well. So I honestly, they've all not had problems. So, I did review MikroTik routers. Yes, the GUI is hideous. So, yeah, MikroTik's kind of a weird thing. Well, I went 5 more minutes. You ready to wind it down? You got a beer?
Sure. I got some backwash left.
Yeah, there's no good beer in there. So,
did you want to drink my beer? Is that the problem?
I'm just saying, when the beer runs out, that's when you know it's over. When we know the party's over.
I've got a 15-pack upstairs.
Because the beer cans are almost empty. There's some foam in that one.
I have more beer upstairs. So
you have more beer upstairs?
Down here.
Let's see. So, nonetheless, I'm going to wind this down. Thank you all for watching. We switched this camera. The camera, you can't figure out where it's at because it's hidden behind a teleprompter. So, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Check out my channel. Got lots of videos on lots of topics. Some of the things that someone asked, do you have a video on MikroTik and all that? So, absolutely. So, awesome. Cheers.
Don't call me Kathy.
Oh, yeah. Her name is actually Kass. Cass. So, I didn't correct people. That's okay, though. I mean, people get it wrong. It's easy because not many people have the name Cass. It's an unusual name. Smash the like. Tell them to smash the like button, honey. You gotta tell them, not these people. These people are smashing it. You gotta tell the camera, though. No.
I'm reading what people are saying. It was nice to have your wife on here, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, she can come downstairs and join live stream.
I actually can now that you're home.
Mm-hmm. So,
we're cute.
We're cute. We'll go with cute. All right. Okay. I'm gonna
smash the like button. I will say that.
Have a shitty drink. Well, there's less of this bottle now. That's all I say.
Yes.
And I'm tired, and I've had a few drinks. So, but we'll do this again. I absolutely love the evening crowd here. My plan is to do more live streams. That's one of the reasons. That's the other reason I wanted a studio at home. That's definitely one of the things in there. So,
not just to hear me complain about you being gone.
Yeah. So look at this. Concurrent viewers, 160 people. How many likes are on this? Hold on. Let's look before we leave. 119 likes. Nice. Thank you, everyone, for all those likes.
Thank you. Yes, thank you for getting Cass right, because it's Cass with a K.
Cass with a K.
Yes.
So, yep. All right. Well, thank you very much. Have a great evening. And I'll be doing this on Thursday. Yes, Thursday live stream still going on. All right. Thanks.